So, why do arguments and twin flame connections feel so intense? It's not just a disagreement, it's not just a misunderstanding. It feels personal, deep, almost like it hit something way beneath the surface. And afterward, you're left thinking, why did that affect me so much? Let's talk about what's really happening in those moments because it's not just about the argument. Here's the truth. Twin flame arguments are rarely about what's being said. They're about what's being triggered. And those triggers, they're pointing you towards something within yourself that's asking to be seen, understood, and ultimately mastered. Because arguments reveal your emotional triggers. The intensity you feel isn't random, it's connected to something deeper: fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, feeling unheard, feeling not valued. So the argument simply activates what's already there. And while it may look like the other person caused it, they actually revealed it. Because you see, you're being shown your reactive patterns. How do you respond in conflict? Do you shut down, get defensive, over explain, try to control the outcome? Arguments expose your automatic reactions. And once you see them, you have the opportunity to change them. It highlights where ego is leading instead of awareness. So, in the middle of a conflict, it's easy to focus on being right, proving a point, or defending yourself. But that's the ego trying to protect itself. The deeper lesson is learning how to pause and respond with awareness instead of reaction. Because growth doesn't happen when you win the argument, it happens when you understand it. You see, it teaches you how to communicate consciously. Not all communication is the same. There's reactive communication that's driven by emotion, and then there's conscious communication that's driven by awareness. Arguments give you the chance to shift from "you always do this" to "this is how that makes me feel," from attacking to expressing. And that shift changes everything. Because the real lesson is self mastery, not control over them. See, this is the most important part because you're not meant to control their behavior. You're not meant to fix them either. The lesson is, can you stay grounded in yourself even when they trigger you? Can you remain aware instead of getting pulled into the emotional reaction? And this is where your power is. So let's ground this because this matters. This does not mean the argument should be constant or chaotic. It doesn't mean disrespect, emotional instability, or unhealthy behavior is acceptable. And it definitely doesn't mean every argument is spiritual. A healthy connection, no matter the label, requires respect, accountability, and mutual effort. And if those things are missing, the lesson may not be about working through the argument. It may be about recognizing what you should no longer tolerate. So here's the truth. Twin flame arguments aren't just conflict, they're mirrors. They show you your triggers, your patterns, and your reactions. And if you're willing to look deeper, they become opportunities for growth, not just pain. Because the real goal isn't to avoid the conflict, it's to evolve through it. So if this helped you see your situation from a new perspective, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're having real conversations about relationships, emotional awareness, and growth without losing sight of what's healthy and grounded. And I want to hear from you. What have arguments taught you about yourself? Drop it in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.